Hi everybody. So today we're going to have a little bit of a chat with one of our current third year geography and natural hazards students about her experience while she was doing study abroad. So obviously I'm Charlie and you would have met me before, and I'm the geography and natural hazards course director. And we've got with us today Anastasia. Anastasia, do you want to introduce yourself and introduce what you did as your experience?
Yeah. So I'm Anastasia, and for my study abroad, I went to Iceland to study at the University of Iceland in Reykjavik. It's an amazing experience. One of the best things I ever could have done, I think, and it's so good to Coventry had that opportunity to go and do that. Really
brilliant. I'm going to be honest, I'm a little bit jealous as well, to be fair. Do you want to tell us about why you picked Iceland and what you did, obviously, in your study abroad in Iceland? Because I think obviously you think of Iceland, you think of volcanoes, and this is a geography and natural hazards course, so it's a good reason on why you went to Iceland.
Obviously when I was looking at countries to go to, I thought, well, as a geography student, Iceland's one of the best places because there's so many examples of the things you're learning about, and you'll be able to be taught from actual kind of Icelandic professors who have studied these volcanoes and glaciers, and just to be immersed with all the surroundings, I thought would be the best place to go and learn more about geography, really. And I'd actually been to Iceland a couple of times before as well, so I knew that it was a really cool country and really wanted to go and live there, really.
Brilliant. So did you have a title for the course that you were part of, or the modules that you did? What what types of things did you study?
So how it kind of worked is, as a geography student, you had to pick most of your modules to be geography related. So out of the 4 I did for each semester, 3 of them were specifically geography related. And then one was called Icelandic Nature and Culture. So that was kind of an extra one that I took to learn more about Iceland whilst I was there. So that was a really good opportunity, that even though you're doing the geography, you could have like the flexibility of picking kind of other things. Even you could have done like a language and stuff like that. But kind of specifically geography related, it was like a real mix. There was one called Current Crustal Movements, so I was looking at the tectonics of Iceland and different types of earthquake waves and stress and strain. And what was really good about it is they just use so many examples of kind of Iceland basically as we were there. And then the other ones, so I had one about climate change, one on cartography and map design, quite a few kind of GIS ones I did in the second semester as well. So it was a really good choice to pick what you wanted to kind of build on from what I've been doing in Coventry for the previous 2 years, really.
Brilliant. And did you get to go on any trips? Did you go and visit any volcanoes?
Didn't get to go exactly to any volcanoes specifically, but we did go on a really few good trips. One of them was going around, it's called the Reykjanes Peninsula, which is actually where the volcanoes erupted recently. So that's getting quite famous in the news. So we went around there, we looked at fisher swarms, we looked at geothermal areas, we looked at like coastal formations. So it's so good to go out and see the things we were learning about there.
I tell you what, my jealousy is continuing to increase. So I suppose obviously you've gone and you studied abroad, which is brilliant. You've got that experience. What was it like actually living in another country? Because obviously that in itself is probably daunting to actually do for the first time.
Yeah, so it was mixed emotions definitely going into it. I was really excited, but obviously a bit apprehensive as what it'd be like, but it ended up kind of being really amazing. And just one of the best part of it was just all the people that I met, like ended up having friends from France, from Australia, from America, from Sweden, and you wouldn't usually get that opportunity kind of at a university in the UK. So that was great, kind of the studying abroad in terms of such like an international community, which was really amazing. And just all the new things like the culture, kind of getting used to that, and the new foods. I mean, even like the cost of living as well, a new thing to adapt to. So there's definitely a lot of things you kind of have to think about, and like a lot of preparation beforehand to kind of get ready for going. But it's so amazing living somewhere new. And I mean, the weather as well, another thing, how different that was. Basically like snow every day most of the time I was there.
Just into the cold then. I suppose your next country, if you ever go abroad again, would be a hot country, would it?
Yeah.
So in terms of obviously the experience yourself, what do you think, if you could say something that's personal but also professional, or maybe, you know, one of each, what do you think your biggest experience, your take-home experience from those could be?
I think I'd probably say I've really massively improved my independence and confidence from going, just from having to just really throw yourself out there, go and kind of sort everything you need to move into a new country and basically find friends as well. You've really got to push yourself out of your comfort zones. I'm really pleased in that aspect, how I've kind of improved there. And then also I think a big thing that was different about the studying was that there was a lot of group work involved in all the modules. So that's definitely, I'd say, like improved my ability to work in a team as well, which is something good to take forward into kind of jobs in the future. Even at one point, whilst I had 4 modules, I had group work in all 3, like at the same time. So it's definitely kind of teaching me like to be organised with my time and just interacting with like a whole range of different people as well, and how to work kind of well with so many different people.
Okay. So would you say like the type of work that you did, as in like the coursework that you did, was it the same or was it a bit different to the UK kind of university experience?
It was similar in some ways, but I say the biggest difference was that the assignments were a lot more kind of little and often, rather than kind of one big coursework kind of for the module. So as for sometimes it was kind of weekly, like small tasks that you had to do that would go towards your final grade. And I actually found that was in some ways better, because it felt kind of more manageable and a bit more easier to do these little things often, rather than kind of getting stressed over like a big assignment. So that was one of the best things about the work there, actually, was kind of their style of doing it.
Okay, that's really interesting. Anything that you want to add, anything that you want to say? Obviously, thinking back now, it's, I presume, nearly a year ago now that you come home. Obviously, caveat here, we were with it started in the pandemic about a year ago, so I presume you had to come home around that time. Looking back now, how do you feel about it?
I think I've just got such fond memories of it now, and I keep thinking about it all the time, just like what such a good time it was, and like the friends that kind of lifelong friends, I think a lot of them will stay to be, and just some of like the road trips we had were one of the best things as well. So we'd hire a car, we'd like book accommodation somewhere and just go out, drive for the weekend, see loads of places, and that was one of the best parts of it, and wish I could have done more of it. So I'm definitely going to go back and see as much as I can.
Oh, it sounds absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for giving this overview today. Obviously, your experience with this and then bringing this back into Coventry is so beneficial for you, but for other people. So really, thank you so much, and hopefully we can see the opportunities like this arise again in the future.
Yeah, definitely. I think if anyone has the chance to do it, just go and do it, and it's one of the best things you'll ever do if you can.
Brilliant. Thank you so much.
Great, thank you.